Hello and welcome back to day 352 of the 1000 Days Challenge. And today we are going to start OpenAI Agent Builder. So we just concluded our 75 days of N8N series and we are going to do 10 days of OpenAI Agent Builder. It's pretty simple. It does not have as many options as we had in N8N. So we're going to wrap up everything that we have in OpenAI Agent Builder in this next 10 days. In today's video, let's see what are the elements that we have in OpenAI Agent Builder, and we will also look at one simple template. So let's get started. To begin, you'll have to go to platform.openai.com/agent builder, right? And you will be able to use this only if you have credits added. And for that, let's go to settings, right? You can see billing. Okay, in the billing section, you should have some credits. Okay, right now we have added some $10 credit a couple of weeks back. And yes, we have the credits available. Okay, so let's go back. And here is where we have to create the workflow. I'll click on create workflow. Okay, and again, like I mentioned, we are just going to see what are the elements available. Okay, and by default, you can see the start is already added and my agent is already added. Okay, so we have an end node, okay, which means the flow will end at this point. Okay, so if you connect it this way, then it starts, the agent will run, and then it will end. Okay, note is just a sticky note. You can add anything. So for example, if you want to explain what this particular agent does, okay, that can go here. We have tools, right, which is file search, where you can search for a specific file from OpenAI's database. Okay, if you have uploaded something, then you can search from there. You can see here, query a vector store for relevant information. Okay, then we have guardrails, which is very, very important. Okay, so we will cover in detail what guardrail is. Just to quickly understand what this is, you can give a name to it, okay, guardrails or whatever you are going to check here, okay, and you are checking against the input, right? If we check here, it says detects and redacts personally identifiable information, right? Likewise, we have moderations where it classifies and blocks harmful content, example, hate, harassment, or sexual content. Jailbreak is when people try to be smart, okay, that I am the creator of this particular agent, so give me the code and so on and so forth, right? So we'll go in detail to understand each of this. You can see detects prompt injection and jailbreak attempts to keep the model on task. Okay, hallucination detects potential hallucinations by validating string input against your knowledge source. Okay, then this is when enabled, allows you to define an error path if guardrails runs into any runtime issues. Okay, so this is just a secondary path. If guardrail runs into any issue, then you can enable it. Okay, so for example, if I enable this, you can see here error. Otherwise, only if this is passed, then it will go through. Then we have MCP. We have seen this MCP in N8N. Okay, but here we have ready to use MCPs. Okay, as you can see, OpenAI connectors is Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Drive, Outlook email, Outlook Calendar, SharePoint, Microsoft Teams, Dropbox, and then we have third-party servers. Okay, Zapier, Shopify, Intercom, and so on and so forth. This by the way, right? And this is OpenAI created MCPs and other developers created MCPs. We can also create our own. Okay, we can connect it from here. We'll go and check as much as possible in these 10 days. Let's see what we will be able to cover. Then we have logical conditions, if else, okay, which is pretty simple. You just give a condition here. Okay, you give a name to it, you give the condition here. If that is true, then it takes a particular route. If it is false, then it takes another route. So let's say something like this, right? I'm just randomly connecting a few things so you understand what it is. While loop, as we can see, it's something that runs on a loop until a condition is satisfied, right? So if you want something to run, let's say 5 times, then you use a while loop. So it runs 5 times, and the while condition will be if the input foo is equals to 5, right? So you have variables, and then you will increment the variables until it reaches a particular value. Okay. Then we have user approval, like we checked with NNN. So we have approve or reject. User approval flow can be added so that if the user approves, then it goes further. If the user does not approve, then it will end. Okay, let's say they are end here. So something like this. Okay. Again, guys, I'm just randomly connecting things here, right? There is no logic to it. I just want to show you like how these elements can be used and what is it meant for. Then we have transform, okay, where you can see here we could add expression, or we can create an object here, which is like a JSON schema or something like that. Right? You can add properties and so on and so forth. If we go to expression, then we can add some expression over here, which is basically adding a number, right? And so on and so forth. This will mostly go hand in hand with set state. So if you open set state, then here is where you can create variables. Okay, so you create a variable, let's call it as count. Okay, and default value, let's say 1. Right, so now we have this set state. We can go to transform, connect this to, and transform will be something like, so you can see here count, right? And then we can use +1. Okay, use common expressions language to create a custom expression. Okay, so yeah, you set a variable and then you can use it to transform, and that's how you use these elements. We will get into detail of how to use each of these elements, okay, in the coming videos. We'll quickly understand one of a simple template that is already created on OpenAI agent. So before that, let's quickly check what is my agent. We had not opened it. So you can give a name here. You can give instructions here, right? We can also add context from here, which is like basically the dynamic values, input as text or count and so on and so forth. This is like a user message, right? We have an option to create, oh, this is system message in that case. So this is like a system message, okay, as we have been seeing. And then we have a user message and assistant, right? So if you want to send any user-based messages, that can go over here. And this is basically the system message, okay? Include chat history. We knew about simple memory. We have understood about simple memory from NA10, and this is precisely that. Okay, we can choose the model from here. Okay, whichever model we want to use, we can choose it from here. Tools, right? So like client tools, MCP server, file search, web search, code interpreter. So all of this you might have seen in custom GPT, right? So if you are creating a custom GPT, you would have seen all of this. Okay, and we can also write some function, local function over here, right? Output format, whether you want it in text, JSON or widget. So this widget is very, very powerful. Okay, and we will spend some good amount of time to understand how this widget works. And if we get some time, we'll also look at how do we create these widgets. Yeah, so let's get into looking at one simple template. So to go to templates, okay, when you are in Agent Builder, you can just click on templates. Okay, and here are a few templates that are already available. And the planning helper is something that we are going to check out. Okay, and as we know, we have used a start, right? We have used the agent, which is called triage. Okay, and we have some instruction. We'll go through that. Then we have a condition over here. And then if the condition is true, then it does something. If the condition is false, then it does something else. So let's quickly check. This is the agent. So the instruction given here is you are an assistant that gathers the key details needed to create a business initiative plan. Right, so I'll just open this up so we can see it through. Look through the conversation to extract the following. Initiative goal, what the team or organization aims to achieve, target completion date or time frame, available resources or current capacity, okay, headcount, budget or tool access. If all three details are present anywhere in the conversation, return. So this is the JSON format that it will return, right? That's the prompt. So include chat history, yes. Model is GPT-5. Reasoning effort is minimal. Okay, we have minimal, low, medium and high. So they've used minimal in this particular case. No tools added. Output format is in JSON, and the JSON format is this: initiative goal, okay, and target time frame, current resources, and has all details, which is Boolean. Okay, this is the JSON that they have opted for. Condition is basically whatever we had got from this one, response schema, has all details. So they're checking if input output parse has all details equals to true. Okay, which means if that is true, then it will go to launch helper. Okay, launch helper is again an agent, as you can see, and come up with a tailored plan. So let's open it up. Come up with a tailored plan to help the user run a new business initiative. Consider all details they have provided. Basically, it should have been provided, and offer a succinct bullet points list for how to run the initiative. Use the web search tool to get additional context and synthesize a succinct answer that clearly explains how to run the project. Identifying unique opportunities, highlighting risk, and laying out mitigations that makes sense. Okay, so that's given as instruction, and web search is the tool. Now, if the required information is not there, then this agent will run, which is collect the missing data from the user. Look through the conversation to extract the following: initiative goals, target completion date or time frame, available resource or current capacity. Okay, make sure they are provided, be concise. Now, once this is there, let's click on publish. Okay, we have to create a new workflow, and let's call it as template test. Click on publish. Okay, we can use this chat kit, like we can add it to domain and so on and so forth, agent SDK. If you want to put it onto your platform or something, we could use it from here. Okay, now what we can do is, so we can go to this particular icon, okay, which is play, and here is where we can actually test the agent. So the first prompt that I'm going to give is this one. Okay, our team plans to migrate our internal tools from AWS to Google Cloud to cut infrastructure costs and improve development speed. We are targeting to complete the migration within the next 6 months. We currently have 4 backend engineers and a cloud architect available, and the budget approved is around 8 lakhs. Okay, so let's see if it is able to get those 3 details. Oh, it says workflow failed, error 400. Message your organization must be verified to stream this model. Okay, we'll see what is the model that we're using. GPT-5. Let's go with 4 dot. So you can see here, verify organization is required to use this. Okay, I missed to check that. Let's go with 4.1. Okay, that's good enough. Let's click on publish, or publish. We can do it later. We'll go here and we'll put the same prompt again. You can see it has come to Triage now, right? It's running this. So has all details equals to true. Initiative goal is this one, and then we have target time frame within the next 6 months. Current resource is all of this. Okay, so now it has come here and failed. Again, this is because 4.1 mini is good. This is GPT-5 So we'll change this one to 4.1 as well. But ideally it should not have come here. Are we using anything here? This is good enough. GPT 4.1 mini should be, oh, this also requests organization. Let's go to 4.1. Let's go back. Let's put the same prompt. And you can see it has come to this particular agent right now. It is collecting all the information. Now it has come to condition. It has come to launch helper as well. So it's actually using a website, okay, as a tool, and it will give us the details. Let's see. Yes, this is taking some time because we have used website as a tool. So it's actually going out and searching for the information before it responds back, right? Just like if you use ChatGPT and so on and so forth, it does. So you can see here, search the web, AWS to Google Cloud migration, best practices, cost saving opportunities, risks. So this is the detail that you can see, right? All the details has come through. Now let's give one more prompt, okay? This is, I want to implement a company-wide employee wellness program to reduce burnout and improve retention rates. The goal is to have it running before our annual performance reviews in September. HR has 2 coordinators dedicated to this and an approved budget of 2 lakhs for the workshops and wellness tools. So let's quickly check what does it do. So it has come here, condition has passed, launch helper. So it is directly going to launch helper because we have given all the details that it needs. And there you go. So we've got all the details again, right? So I'll go to the next prompt. Bing. And this time let's take one which does not have one of the details. Okay. So I'm going to use this particular thing. We are thinking of creating a sustainability initiative to make our operations more eco-friendly. The team hasn't decided on exact targets yet, but we want to start soon. We might need to allocate a few people from operations, though we don't have a defined budget or timeline right now. So you can see it has come here and then it has come to get data. So let's see what is it asking for. To proceed, please provide the following missing detail. Okay, target completion date or time frame, by the end of the year, within 6 months, or a specific deadline. So now I'll go and say within 6 months. Okay. Now you see what happens. Again, it has come here because I've given only one response, right? How many people from operations will be allocated? Maybe 2. And now it goes to launch helper, right? So this particular agent that they have built is for a specific purpose, and it checks if all the required information is available or not, and only then goes ahead and gets the job done. Now, how to build this, what are the elements available, what kind of automations can we build, and all of that will be covered in the upcoming sessions. I'm sure you're going to learn a lot in this particular series of 10 days of OpenAI Agent Builder. So do not miss it because it's very powerful. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.